a lot of people to go through.
That
here.
didn't look like
I
her.
think that was her.
Yeah, maybe I'll fucking show her. Maybe I'll fucking show her the old bulge.
Well, maybe if you put...
Why do you got a fucking
The old bulge.
Jimmy's got a
Got
boner.
a halfie.
Why you got a halfie?
Maybe if you put CNBC morning show blonde chick
and then we'll get
in Google.
Then we'll get her name. Louie
how that
C.K. in
works.
studio.
Louie.
What's up, Louie?
Good doing, man?
Gentlemen.
Hey, Four Eyes.
You got him.
No. These are no.
You
These are
nailed 'em.
glasses. Oh, yeah, no, that's so
Not
weird. You thought I had
eyes.
4 eyes.
Hey, 2 eyes, 2 lenses.
Jimmy,
Stop leaning, Roland.
you just missed Jimmy's boner. We're trying to figure out why you got a boner.
Because I'm looking at
today.
that
was
chick.
looking at that girl.
That's what it. I thought you had it before that.
No, I just got that. I got like a half a rod.
You got an erection?
Half a rod. Not a
get-
full one, but I bent it so it looks more presentable.
There's a girl from CNBC that looks really hot.
And so he got a boner
and
from,
Jimmy
from
got
a girl
boner
on a monitor?
from
Yeah.
glancing at the
really?
TV screen.
I was just
Quickly.
poking it a little bit, and sometimes when I poke it, it responds.
Sure.
It wakes
Yeah.
up for the day.
Yeah, it becomes turgid.
Yeah.
Poking it for.
Why wouldn't you?
I remember you pissed in my oatmeal one morning, right here at this counter. You took out your dick and pissed into my oatmeal.
Do you remember
really?
this, Jimmy?
Yeah,
I don't remember. No,
remember
that one? Did I really do that? Oh,
Yep.
good for me.
about 2 ounces.
Yay me.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't remember doing that. Well, how are you, Lou?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Oh, that's interesting.
I have an apnea. No, I have an apnea mask. It's not working out yet, but I'm getting there.
You have a what?
Sleep apnea mask.
Sleep apnea. You sleep with one of those masks?
Show Louie the picture.
Well,
See, I thought somebody told me I should get one of those.
they probably meant just to walk around with.
How's your kid doing?
Good.
Good. How old now?
2.
Oh my God!
Just
Is that
turned
your
2.
kid? Oh, what happened? No.
Yeah.
Because usually somebody shows you a picture while you're asking about a kid.
But Jimmy,
That's really fucking gross. That's disgusting. Really, that's you at sleep time?
Yes. Yeah.
Isn't that
You got-
amazing?
oh, man, you don't have to do that.
I do. I wake up a lot. I'm always tired.
Wow.
But it also pumps air in his face so fast that his lips go.
Yeah, well, no, what happens is
That's how he woke up last
that,
night.
That chin strap at the bottom holds my mouth together so the
Yeah.
air doesn't blow out my mouth. But sometimes, like, the air is so strong. It's like, I woke up, I swear to this. It's fucking humiliating. What's her name? She's fucking lovely.
are you filling up again?
No, I won't fill up now because Louie's too close to me.
How many hours sleep did you get with the new
About an hour.
accessories?
About an hour. Oh, fuck. She with a guy.
You
of
only did
course.
an hour?
Dude,
I think that would put too much pressure on me to sleep. You know.
You get used to it, though. It's like, I'm just doing it.
How do you roll around in bed without
Yeah,
choking
man.
yourself?
No, it's okay. It's a long tube. And it's a little uncomfortable.
Is it like? Do they put pure oxygen in there?
No,
or-
no, no. It's just air. You go to, there's a humidifier in it with distilled water. And
That sounds good, though.
it is.
I always feel like I'm breathing in dry air in New York
Dude,
City.
my throat's not dry at
Constantly.
all.
Yeah,
In case anybody wants to know my throat moisture ratio, it's pretty good.
I wake up with a dry throat every morning from the stupid New York City air.
Not me.
Because everyone has to keep their heat on still. The fuck? It's almost
Yeah, my
June.
building's still the heat
Right?
blasts if it's 60 degrees.
I didn't even turn. I turned on my heat twice this winter.
I had it one day this year where I had the AC on fighting the heat.
Yeah, that's what I do.
AC and heat on at the same
We have
time.
the AC on during the winter because everyone heats up their apartments and all the heat fucking rises.
I do not like that whole, common heat thing. Where
I don't
it's like,
either.
oh, we turned it on for the whole building.
Yeah,
no.
that's a drag.
I know. I don't get that.
Because you don't know when it comes on and then when it shuts off.
We
Who
have
knows?
old radiators where I reach in, when there's like 8 dead mice around it.
Yeah.
Have you seen mice in it?
There's quite a few dead mice around my radiator, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, a lot of dead mice.
We had Train in here. and,
yeah.
and they were talking about the faggots.
What is that?
Train is a great band.
Oh, yeah, I
Great
love
band.
them.
They love you. They love you. That's what
Oh, no,
I'm getting
me
at.
too, totally,
They,
yeah. Love
they got a
them.
new CD out called California 37. They came in, performed a couple songs, and then they did Ramble On by Zeppelin. It was amazing. But the first thing they said, they recognized Jimmy from your show, the faggot scene. They're like, it was the most amazing scene.
Yeah, people like that.
But he said it's
Yes.
the most amazing fucking scene he's ever seen on TV.
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh.
Faggot scene is
It's
what
nice
people...
coming
I
from
call
them.
it the
I'm such big
faggot
fans
scene.
of theirs.
I know. I call it the faggot scene. I don't know how else.
No, you're right.
fucking
That's what it
Faggot
is.
scene.
Yes,
Right, the
they
only
say
other
that about
thing
every
to call
scene
it.
I do.
Yeah. But they gave you massive props.
That's nice to know that.
And then they got mad at Slash. It's been a long day, Will.
They got mad at Slash.
And I wasn't allowed back in the studio. It was a whole thing.
Well, Slash's people, really.
We're a little intense today.
They
Was
wanted
Slash
to
here?
Yeah.
Is it his band or something?
No.
No, okay,
I know,
sorry.
it's two
But
different
they
bands.
wanted to take a
Okay, so
picture with Slash.
What?
They wanted to take a picture with Slash. They were leaving when Slash was coming in.
And he wouldn't take it?
No. No.
Well, you know, he's like, it's like the president and then Slash, right? It's like...
Yeah, I think that's how they think.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
The guy from that band?
That seems to be the
that's
case.
not together for a long time?
Guns N'
Out
Roses.
of 3 good hits? Really? Slash?
He's a pretty legendary guy. He's a legendary guy.
But you need to tell me that.
Yeah.
I don't know what I mean.
You weren't a Guns N' Roses guy?
No, I like Guns N' Roses. They were good.
Just the basic songs that you heard on the
But,
radio?
you know, I don't know. I don't take pictures with people either, so...
You never
I'm not
do,
a big
right?
Never
shot.
did?
I'm not a big shot. I stopped.
When you got real famous?
Yeah, because it's everybody wants one. And I actually like meeting people. I like when people come up to me and say hello and I like your show. I find that I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
And I like to talk to them. But I found I was shrinking away from people because I really hate taking a picture with a person.
Oh,
That's
you
just a
stopped taking
moment
it
I
with
don't
fans?
like. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't do it. So now I'm able
wow.
to meet people. I say to them, no, I won't take a picture, and they get a kind of a funny look. And I shake their hand and I say, what's your name, though, and where are you from? And I talk to them.
Oh, but the whole time they're just going, fucking
Fuck,
asshole.
my
won't give me a
picture.
Yeah, they don't really want to meet you.
Oh, this is great.
They want to put it on their Facebook.
So now instead of fucking
You're killing them. You're
instead of
killing
having a picture to show people, I have a story.
Right.
So then
I'll write out my
Louis
story
shook
on
my
Facebook.
hand and it's like
I
you
don't
want
have
to
a
show him a
picture.
picture.
Louis asked my name, and I
It's not my
told
job
him.
that they make those fucking people happy.
That's
I don't care. You can't get everything you want.
Yeah,
You know? You get every fucking single
I
thing
gotta
you
agree
want.
with you.
Oh, that would drive Jimmy nuts.
Oh,
You can't get a picture with somebody?
And then they make you talk to him for a minute.
I wouldn't mind, but then I would think that I was building a relationship, and like, look, we do the picture at the end.
Some people do that. Like after I've talked to him for a bit, they're like, all right.
Like
anyway,
now-
so now can we have the picture? And I go, no, we still can't have the picture.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's just what you don't like taking pictures.
I don't like that
and-
I don't like living that moment. And because I'm asked a few times a day, I don't care if
You
I
don't
sound
like
like
the
an
arm
asshole.
around with the smile?
I don't like it. But I like talking to them. So I separated the two things
I
out
don't like
from each
either.
other.
I don't think you like talking to
I
them.
don't
You
like
couldn't.
talking.
How about
No, I do. I
How
actually
about
like
you do
it.
both?
Yeah, I'll do the picture.
Yeah, and
but
a little
no
story.
talk.
And a little story time.
Yeah, how about this? No words.
Yeah.
A little story time and a picture.
Photo, leave, no words.
Yeah.
And no touching.
I don't mind a little touching.
I don't mind. I don't know what this whole thing about the arm around guys
Yeah.
where'd that come
Where'd
from?
you become a person that gets to put your arm around me?
I don't put my arm around people I've known for fucking
Yeah, that's the
years.
thing.
And I'm doing it to some guy, hey, can we get a picture?
Well, because when you stand there, it just looks weird.
Whatever it is, we're
You got to do
standing
something
there.
with your arms. They're just
No,
kind
you
of
don't.
flopping around.
I told you Seinfeld said that to somebody at the cellar. I saw him. It was.
That's great.
He was standing waiting to walk out the cellar door, and he had his hands by, and some Israeli guy went to, and he goes, "We don't know each other. We don't need to touch." It was very awkward and beautifully honest.
That's great, man.
You're in the paper today. Are
Me?
I am?
Yes.
What did I do?
Which
You didn't
one?
do anything bad, Louie C.K. Are you offering an audio version of your Beacon show or something?
Yeah.
That was in the paper today.
Yeah, if people bought the Beacon special, they can go. It's already there for free. Like they can, if you bought it, then it's like added to your download account.
Fuck, is that nice of you?
And then, if you buy one, you get a new one. And the reason I'm doing it partly is because there's new stuff on there. There's a new CD called Hbo Special,
Right.
live at the Carnegie Hall.
Right.
So the audio version of Beacon, I wanted to offer it anyway. It's no big deal. I wasn't gonna charge for it, but then people come and then maybe they buy the new one.
That's a
and
very
also
good idea.
Shameless, my first HBO special.
Yeah.
That's also an audio version of that. I went to HBO and asked them if I could sell it, and they said, we don't care. So I give them half of it, but it's selling pretty good.
Well, that means
Shameless.
they cared.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they
means
get
they
money.
cared.
They get money that nobody was getting.
Right, I hear you.
So
How'd you figure all that out? Did you have someone come to you? You're doing so many things differently.
well,
Did you always know this and you just...
it's because I'm curious.
Jimmy, fucking-
What's happened? Is he
No, I
pissed
just wanted
off?
to answer like
Jimmy's
I
trying to
know,
answer
but
all the questions.
I really don't know.
Like, did you always know you wanted to do things differently and you just had to figure it out?
Well, I'm a very curious person, so I like to. What is he doing? He's doing something.
I'm really not. I swear to God, when you said I'm very curious, I just wanted to go, are you bi-curious?
Jimmy's kidding today. What made you so...
I'm overly tired.
What, oh, that's why?
Yeah.
When Jimmy's overly tired.
So that mask is really helping that.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
fucking torture, Jim.
I would rather die if I wouldn't be fucking getting an iron lung every night.
Because everyone's now looking at you. But,
Yeah.
But you always...
Well, I like to do. I'm very curious about how, like, whenever I'm presented with a new thing, like, oh, now you can put out a special. I'm like, well, how does it work? I'm interested in how all that works.
Okay.
So, like, I'm selling all my tickets for this. I'm going on tour this fall, and I'm selling all the tickets on my website. Because I got curious, like, how does that work? Instead of just going, okay, let those guys that do that do it. And then I get emails from people saying, you know, I was charged $25 for whatever it is for ticket fees.
Right.
You know, when you buy a Ticketmaster ticket and StubHub has an ad on the back of the ticket, you know? So I got curious about that, so I'm selling all the tickets on my website, and there's going to be no ticket charges.
That's great, but now I got
smart, dude.
I got two more questions for you.
Yeah.
Is there any backlash because you're doing business differently and cutting out a lot of people?
Well, I'm not
Are you
doing it
feeling that yet?
aggressively against anybody. I'm just offering
But some of these
I'm just
venues-
being an American and offering an alternative.
No, I understand
you know?
that, but some of these venues are connected to the ticket.
They all are.
brokers.
Well, a lot of them are.
And they're
so
cool
we,
so
we,
far.
It took a really long. No, we didn't use those venues. It took a lot of work. We had to
find
go to
venues.
every city in America to find a venue that would
Do it your way.
that would let us use our own ticketing service.
They're going to get worked over one of these days.
And we get the emails from the people who buy the tickets.
Right.
I get those.
Gotcha.
So those are the Glengarry leads. Those are good leads.
I remember you talking about that last
Where
time.
are my good leads?
Yeah. So that's, but anyway, I don't know what's going to, my mom said that someone's going to kill you. My mom said someone's going to
That's
take you
great,
out.
though.
But it's fun. It's so fun to do it this way. It really is. Like every city, we found out like a weird venue in some cities that had never done comedy. And a lot of venues have a locked deal with Ticketmaster. Live Nation owns a lot of venues. And I don't have any problem with these companies. I've done business with them for years. Live Nation has promoted a lot of shows that I've done. MSG has a Ticketmaster deal. I fucking love Madison Square Garden, and I play the Beacon. That's an MSG room. But I'm just going to try something different. I'm going to try. I want to bring the price down for people because there's still a recession, and it takes more work for me. Like in some places, I have to park and do more shows to accomplish this.
Right.
But the end result is everybody's paying literally half of what they would have paid.
Right.
I'm trying to keep the tickets at $35, no fee. That's the
goal.
That's the goal, and then I end up making a decent amount of money. I just have to. We had to work harder at structuring the deals with each venue.
And the last question, then we can move on to other shit.
Yeah.
Are you happy that other guys are following you down this road?
I don't know how they're doing. I mean, a couple of guys have done the
Yeah,
video.
Jim Gaffigan.
Aziz and
Yeah, I don't know how
Gaffigan.
they did. I don't know, but they.
But are you happy that you started this?
Sure.
Because you knew other people were going to copy. it.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're cool with all
Dude, you
that.
wound up
Any
in
good
Time.
idea is worth,
Right.
That's one of the 100 most influential people in the fucking. That's
why I want to
amazing,
talk to
dude.
him about this shit. 'cause
That's amazing
Yeah,
that you change things that much.
It's
business.
really fun to be to study it and to get to be the person that gets
Yeah.
the cost report instead of just reading about it. To me, that's why I
Right.
do it. Because I'm curious, and it doesn't. If I figured the loss would be worth it, and again the gain would be really good. They're putting the new thing on the site that I put in.
Right.
You know, because I have about 220,000 people that have subscribed to my email. And you had to aggressively say you wanted it. I opt you
Wow.
out automatically.
Oh, see? A lot of people don't do that.
No, they don't. They always, the yes
Yes.
is always pre-checked. So I
Yep.
pre-check no. And then, so if you said yes, that's a strong yes. That means you want to hear from me. So I figured I've got 220,000 people. I put a new audio CD out. I give everybody an email with a buy this for $5 button. And I told myself easily half of them. There's no way I'm not getting 100,000 sales immediately. So I got about 1,000
Yeah.
out of the 220,000, and 5,000 people in 2 minutes dropped the list. They all opted out.
Oh, shit.
My email list went from 220,000
I wonder why
to
that is.
215, like in a second.
What do they want? Jokes?
Yeah, they're just like, fuck you. They heard from me once, and I don't abuse it. Like, I don't write to them
Right.
and bother
Yeah.
them. Once,
One time.
6 months after
Fuck
they
this spamming shit.
fuck off from my fucking email.
Were you mad
assholes.
or no?
What? No, I
He probably
understand.
laughed at it.
No, it was great. And the CDs are doing well, the new things. They're doing really well. Not nearly as well as the Beacon Theater thing went.
Right.
I don't know that anything will ever do that well. But also, I put those out there to keep the shop open, just to keep stuff going out. We'll see how the tickets do. That's going to be the big test.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to have that Ticketmaster blast.
Yeah.
It'll be a hot item. You have enough people on Twitter.
Yeah, I think Louis.
You'll
It'll
sell.
be a hot item.
Hot item, yeah.
Louis got a few bucks now.
That's smart, though, man.
Got a little bit of money.
you treat
I'd have more if I did things differently, the more traditionally. I'd have more money.
Right. But in the end, this is really going to work out.
I think it might.
Did you treat yourself now that you have a lot more money?
Sure. I got a really nice car. And
what kind of car you got?
I got a car that I got in this room. I actually should give you guys, I should thank you for the car that I drive.
What is interesting?
Because I got it last year. It was before this stuff, really.
Oh, is it a Ford AIDS?
It's a Ford AIDS hybrid. No, I was I had an Infiniti and my lease was up and I was thinking of buying a car, and then I put a show up at the Borgata. And it sold out really quickly, and it was a big. It was more money than I'd ever been offered for one show before, and then it sold out. So I said, "Let's do another one." And the Borgata didn't want to; they thought it was a risk. So I told them, "Put it on sale, and I won't. And you can pay me like you don't have to guarantee the money. I told them, pay me how many tickets I sell. So if there's only 100 people, don't pay me."
Wow.
And then I came here to promote it. And Rumsfeld was on the phone.
Rumsfeld.
Oh, right.
And I came here explicitly to cause trouble and sell tickets. And I asked you guys first if I could talk to Rumsfeld,
Yes,
and you let
did.
me. And so if you remember, I kept telling Rumsfeld, like at one point he said, "Who is this guy?" And I said, "I'm at the Borgata. We had just added a show," and I kept mentioning the Borgata. And we sold out. That thing went viral, and we sold out in 2 days.
Wow.
And I took the money from that show, and I bought the car outright with the money.
What was the car? You don't want to say?
Well, I don't want to tell people what I drive.
Fair enough.
It's nice, though.
It is nice.
It's a fucking nice car.
Fucking nice car.
Yeah. And I own it completely.
you.
I've never in my life. I grew up pretty poor.
Right.
I never owned a car
You
outright.
just went with
except for a
cash.
the Datsun B210 was the last car I owned outright.
Right.
And I bought this thing.
You couldn't
with
lease
cash.
it? Did you not want to lease it?
I didn't want to. I just wanted to own it and have it be
I
mine.
buy my cars cash.
Oh, I
That's one
lease.
thing I do.
I
Fuck
lease and
that.
give it back.
Yeah.
And then I don't do enough miles.
No, I pass it on to somebody else, and then I get another one.
No,
That's what
I
do.
give it back
That's
and
what
get
I
a new
used
one
to
for
do,
myself.
but I really wanted this.
But they're
thing.
making that a pain in the ass now, making the person you sell it to, pay the taxes. It's a whole nightmare now. You used to be able to just say, "Here, give me $1. This
God
car's
forbid
yours."
something goes from one person to another without them shoving their
Exactly.
hand in
That's
there.
what I didn't want to do. Though. You know
It
what,
made it
though?
more complicated to do that.
I bought this car with no bank loan, no lease, nothing.
Yeah.
And I thought that's as simple as it gets. I'm buying a car.
Yeah.
And they
anything
put
else.
me on like 20. I get phone calls all the time now from marketers, from the fucking guys who I bought the
really?
car from.
Wow.
Are you
Because,
annoyed
hey,
with
this
them?
guy's got some
Fucking
cash.
Make me, yeah. So
Hey,
now.
why don't we call him up?
So was the Rumsfeld one of those steps in your career that pushed you to that next
Definitely
level?
was a nice, that was a nice thing.
Yeah.
It was any viral video goes to people that don't know who you are.
Some of your videos online are just
Some of them go
millions
out,
and
yeah.
millions of views.
Once in a while. Not nearly as much, though, as like some girl talking about
I know.
oral sex, and she didn't never do it before.
Yeah, I know. She has braces.
I just think it would be weird. It's like fucking 600 million hits.
We're just pigs.
Yes.
We're just
That's
pigs.
what. There's some girl in a tank top. Like I went to see what the top hits are once.
Right.
Like the hundreds of millions hits.
Yeah, yeah.
And some girl in a tank top who literally, like, she's a virgin and talks about sex.
Yeah, doing nothing.
Like 400, 500, like the whole country.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the population of the
Everyone
United
in the
States has
country.
seen it.
It's actually just 20 guys jerking off.
And she's saying nothing. She's not really
It's just
showing
Anthony
anything.
in a weekend.
That's it.
Wow, I got to
I
see this
forget.
video
It
now.
was several months ago, so I don't know if it's still
I know,
up there.
but now I just got to see it. You're right. Sex sells, man. It always will. Fucking always will.
Sex and fights. People like to watch other
Fights.
people get
Oh,
hurt.
yeah.
Some
Yeah.
getting kicked in the balls.
Teenage black girls fighting with those windmill punches.
Oh, those
love
are
'em.
great.
Got to see
Windmills, and their head is so far back. Like,
Yeah.
they just want to lead with their windmills. They don't want their face getting hit.
that. Yes.
And just pulling hair extensions
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Oh, I love all that shit.
Where my weave? It's on the street.
Right.
It's great. I love that shit.
I found a piece of weave on the streets of Cleveland
Yeah.
when we were up there.
And
Just
of
laying
course,
there.
you got the
Wow.
guys. Yeah, World Star Hip Hop, motherfucker! World Star Hip Hop! They just love videotaping people getting the shit beat out of them.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And people love watching it.
The national anthem should be "Oh shit."
Oh, shit.
Do you like hockey?
Oh, shit.
I love hockey. I went to a few
No, I
of the
know.
Rangers games.
Everyone tweeted me that picture. He's in the front row.
Yeah, hockey's the best spectator sport, live spectator sport ever.
You do like
That's
hockey.
nice.
Love it.
You're a
Yeah,
Rangers.
I don't follow teams that much.
So
I
you're
just
not like a
love being at a fucking Rangers game at MSG. That's really fun.
That picture went everywhere too because they
Yeah.
spotted you in the fucking audience
Behind the goalie.
Behind
yeah.
the goalie.
Yeah, because they come up right up to the fucking glass. These guys smash into
Right.
each other.
Series tied 2-2.
Did you see the game last night?
Yes.
The coaches going at it.
I did.
They're gonna fight by the end of this.
I know.
Yeah,
that
this
was
is going to
great.
get ugly now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, it's time for
they're
it
all
to
hinting.
be fighting.
And who's
I've
that
never been
guy's
to a
name?
hockey game. I hear it's amazing.
If you're not a hockey fan, even, it's the greatest thing. Basketball, they just kind of go up and
I'm
down, and everybody acts cool.
Yeah.
Baseball has its moments. I love baseball since way back, but hockey, it's non-stop.
Yeah, I
brutal.
noticed last night you can't relax and watch the game. You're
No.
just like, it's in front of the net.
Yeah,
Like,
and the brutality of the play, the regular play, not just
Yeah,
the fighting.
yeah.
I never, till I sat close, saw how many moments, like the moments that aren't on camera. Like there's a guy in the middle of the ice, and he's sort of going, "Hey, I'm open." So a guy on the other team comes up and just crushes him in the head with the stick, and
great.
it doesn't get called. And even the guy who got hit just goes, "Oh well," like he doesn't even.
It happened.
Oh, it's a legal hit.
And there were some board checks last night that were just like the move is great. They skate up real fast, spin around as they like jump and hit him with their back
Yes.
up against the fucking wall. It's fantastic.
Yeah, the rule is you can't leave the air. You can't get air.
Right.
But
Right,
they
right.
do it once in a while. They lift their skates up, so
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
literally a
Last second.
missile.
Yeah.
Like a 300-pound missile.
And with their back, so it's like they're not even worried about their
No.
front getting hurt. They just,
Right.
Going to your point, hockey is it's exhausting for them
Exhausting.
to control the puck.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you feel the anxiety as
It's
you're
like,
watching.
it's right there.
But they control it for 5 seconds. Oh, they don't have control
Yeah.
anymore.
It's tension,
That's
yeah.
most of the game, just trying to control the fucking
Yep.
puck.
When that fucking puck just goes whoosh right in front of the net,
Yeah.
and there's like no one there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, it's right in front.
Or there's a guy right there, but he's a little off balance.
Yeah,
It's a very
just
clumsy
little,
game.
Yeah, it seems like there's a huge amount of skill, but there's a lot of luck that you're in the right place at the right time.
Well, it's a flow game. It's like you got
Yeah.
a great team is one that, they can take advantage of a moment and get,
yeah.
that whenever there's one guy who's sort of on his skates and he's got the puck and everybody goes crazy, they're like, "Oh my God, there's a chance!" No. God damn it.
I would just aim for the goal every time, no matter where I was. I would just try to fucking hit the goal.
It must take a lot of discipline, the guys who have
To not just shoot.
I saw one guy, he had an open shot, it looked like, but he passed it to the guy behind him and crushed the defenseman in front of him. He just tackled the guy in front of him.
But you don't really have a team. You're sort of a Rangers fan?
Well, I'm from Boston, so if the Bruins are in
gotcha.
it, I go for
You have
them.
to go
But if they're
Bruins.
not, I've become more of a New York fan. I've been here for like 25 years, and the only people that were ever assholes to me all live in Boston. So it's I have I have bad
Not
memories
much love there.
Yeah, a lot of bad Boston memories.
Who's that fucking? What's that guy on the Rangers that gave a little shot to the goalie last night? The Devils goalie.
I did not watch
That
the
was
game. I just saw a
hilarious.
few highlights. Yeah,
Just come, and they would just did it on purpose to start
Oh, yeah,
shit
yeah.
and try to throw the Devils off the game a little bit.
yeah.
Mike Rupp, yeah.
I can't have either.
My favorite guy on the Rangers is that guy. Is it Burke? The guy, Boyle.
Boyle.
He's like a thawed out caveman. He's got this fucking blue-white skin, and he's about 7'2", it looks like. And he doesn't look fucking human. He's like Prussian or something.
Prussian.
You know, one of those
Old
gone
school guy.
Yeah.
The
He's
civilization is long gone.
Comes from another time.
Came from the Ottoman Empire.
Went to college in Mesopotamia.
he's brutal. He's one of those guys when he skates out there, you're like, all right, they're not trying to score now. This is,
Yeah.
they just wanna
every
hurt.
team
I was
used
digging
to-
the action last night. And the goalies were amazing. I mean, obviously Lundqvist had some issues, but it was just
Brodeur is
amazing though.
He also has two
great
shutouts
goalies.
in the series.
Yeah.
It's only been done one at a time.
Two great goalies. Yeah, each team used to have a goon, man.
And I just have no clue how anyone used to watch this on fucking standard definition 4:3 television.
I watched it on a black and white TV when I was a kid. When
I can't
was-
imagine.
Yeah.
Now you watch it HD, widescreen, and like the camera angles are amazing. They're showing 3 different angles on the net. and it was fucking amazing to watch.
All right, this is all good, but why all of a sudden hockey? Who are you seeing?
No, it
You're
had nothing
seeing
to do
someone
with
that likes
that.
hockey.
No, not
We've
at all.
never, in 18 years, we've
It's
never
the only
talked
sport
hockey.
with all white people. That's why
I finally figured it out.
Why are you into hockey all of a sudden?
No,
That's
you
confusing.
know why? Because it's Stanley Cup and the Rangers are in it. And
It's been
like,
the Stanley
all
Cup
right.
every year this time.
Are the
No,
Rangers
no,
in the
but
Stanley
I don't-
Cup?
So-
Well, no,
there's
they're in
something
the
going on.
Finals. It's the
They're in the
semifinals.
playoffs.
You don't want to tell us? There's something going on.
I
with you.
swear, I would tell you. Well, I got nothing to hide. I would tell you. Swear.
You just decide hockey's it.
And last night people were bitching because I was watching America's Got Talent while the hockey game was on.
Oh, I can't
and then
watch
when that
that.
was over, I turned on.
I'm
You know,
mad.
it was a great hockey era. Was in the 70s when they had guys that didn't have helmets.
Oh, yeah.
They made helmets mandatory, but they grandfathered in if you played without one.
Right,
So
you
there was
didn't
this
have
era
to.
where the new young players had helmets, and the old guys didn't, and they just had blood on their fucking faces, and they were just these badass old men
When
playing
you
with no helmet.
I think they're doing that with the shields now. I think
the shields are getting to be. The
Yeah,
big
you
guys
have to
do
wear
it.
a shield if you come in now, but there's not many at this point. But guys, not
When you
wearing the
see
fucking shield.
some of the shit that happens, you're like, how did anyone not wear a helmet?
that's
They had
crazy.
goalies that didn't wear helmets.
Oh, yeah, back at the original.
Glenn Hill,
right.
Kevin always talks
Oh,
about.
my God.
Which
Kevin
is
Smith.
obviously crazy, but back then you really couldn't lift the puck that easily. That's why.
Why?
Because the sticks weren't as curved and all
Oh,
that
right. You
shit.
didn't have, like, the fucking things
People were still
flying
getting hit
in.
in the head, but not as much
Over
as
the
you
shoulder
would have,
shots, yeah.
would have assumed. They just couldn't get that puck up
Getting
high
their
back
teeth
then.
knocked out.
And they used to have chain link fence.
Right.
above the
It
boards.
wasn't glasses.
What
chain link.
is it? MSG Classic. Every once in a while, they'll show a hockey game from like 1952.
It was just savages
Check it
hanging
out.
on it.
You'll see chain link fence. They didn't, invent the
Yeah.
plexiglass yet.
That's crazy. I never saw that.
The only sport I'll go to now is UFC, but I would like to try a hockey game.
Hockey is.
Yeah.
You would like hockey. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to sit up
I've
close,
been
but
to
it's
a
kind of
few,
cool to hear them
Islander
trash
games
talk and shit.
Yeah.
there you
It
go.
is fun to go to.
Oh, that's right.
I
school hockey
had never
games.
been to a game, but I got invited to go because that's one of the reasons that I got interested in it this year.
Oh, yeah.
Because hockey nobody goes.
Right, yeah,
You
yeah.
know? Like you
Always
go to
get
a
to see.
basketball game and there's like 3 ex-presidents there and Jay-Z, 15 movie stars that don't even get on the Jumbotron.
Right, yeah.
But hockey, they let me, if I go to try to get to a basketball game, I have to go get shitty high seat tickets.
Yeah.
But hockey, they're like, come on in. And
Oh, Mr. Louie C.K. is joining
nobody
us
goes.
this evening.
I'm like the only one there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we bring your attention to the big screen. Louie C.K. is here this evening.
Well, we're into the 40s and they still have plexiglass. I'm telling you, I saw fucking
Maybe it was
had
only
plexiglass
senses or
before
whatever. But the guy's not wearing a mask, obviously.
Did you go to the hockey game with a lady friend?
Oh, this time.
Fucking Jimmy. How are your daughters? Are they handling the
They're
new
great.
fame?
Yeah, I mean, they're not famous.
But they
They're
don't.
just kids.
Do they know a difference though?
Yeah, that people come up to me on the street when
More
I'm
often?
with them. Yeah, so that gets a little annoying.
Are they rolling
for
their
them.
eyes?
Well,
like,
I'll be talking to my daughter, and we're having a real conversation, and someone will step between us and say, "Oh my fucking god!"
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, I was just talking to her about a big moment in her life.
Oh,
She just got her period, you idiot.
Do you correct them and say,
little.
"Sir, I'm talking
What?
to my daughter"?
I put a finger up, like, excuse me, and they'll ignore it. It's weird. People don't give a shit. But
is with
often there
people?
is a girlfriend pulling the guy away, going, he's with his kids. And he's like, what? I just
he's
want a
cool.
fucking picture.
He's cool. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Have you had any dicks turn on you? Like people are like, what the fuck, dude? You
No, not really. Not really.
That's good.
I think that only happens if you're really aggressive with people.
Right.
But mostly people. I can tell sometimes as their faces turn away from me, I can tell them, go, what a fucking asshole.
Fucking
I know
asshole.
I disappoint some people in the world.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's true.
The idea of people going off away from me and saying that guy's an asshole, it's not the end of the world. It's okay for that to happen.
Yeah.
As long as I feel like I did the right thing. I mean, if I try to connect with a person and say hello, and that's
I
not
got
okay
ya.
for them,
Yeah, okay.
fuck them. Or if I'm with my kids and I'm trying to finish a conversation with my daughter instead of talking to some guy, and he thinks that's shitty, and
Then fuck him.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I just can't wait until your phase of getting to meet the people is over. Because the more famous you
Yeah.
get, believe me, there's a window on this phase of when
Yeah, I'm not
gonna
gonna
be,
wanna do it
oh,
anymore.
please. The
No, you're
pictures,
absolutely right.
But at least I talk to them and wait till these fucking Mayberry days are over. Somebody be like,
Why are they called Mayberry days?
Because it's friendly and hometowny. Hey, no picture, but let's get to know each other.
Yeah,
You like
yeah.
coffee or decaf?
I saw Jim, what's his name? Fucking Captain Kirk. What's his name? The original.
Oh, that's
Fucking
Shatner?
Shatner.
William.
Jim William Shatner.
I know.
Jim William
Jim Kirk.
No, Jim Kirk.
Tiberius Shatner.
I saw the character. I saw James T. Kirk going into 30 Rock to do Conan. I was working there at the time and having a cigarette outside, and he was coming in, and he comes out of the town car, and a bunch of people walk up, and before anybody gets to him, he puts his hands up and says, "This is not fun anymore." And he just walks in, and they all just, their hands all drop, and
All bummed out.
they were stunned.
That's great.
This is not fun
This is
anymore.
not
Good
fun
for
anymore.
him. You know how long he's been fucking dealing with that shit?
oh, yeah.
And those fans?
Yeah,
Oof.
yeah, they feel they
Please.
own him.
We
yeah.
love him,
Yeah.
though, man. He comes in here.
He's
I
a great
love it.
guy.
He's great.
Character.
I love him.
He's a
He's
character.
such a blast.
Fucking 80 years old. He's still writing books and working. It's fucking
Yeah.
depressing.
I like just throwing in Star Trek references, no matter what he's talking about. He gets so he's like, what do you mean? I don't remember that. Like, all right. He was trying to talk about something. I start quoting Wrath of Khan, and he's just, why?
He has to understand, though. Let's be honest.
Of course he does.
You aren't going to become an icon from T.J. Hooker.
No.
Well, Rescue 911. Yes, time is of the essence. Hypothermia was setting in. It was always hypothermia on that goddamn show. Right, we get it. The Mexican fell in the river. Southern California. Southern California is always about them trying to fish Mexicans out of the river. I used to play in those riverbeds out there in California.
You did?
Yeah,
When?
yeah.
What part of your life?
Oh, my God. When I was like 13, 14, I lived out there in San Juan Capistrano where the swallows come
Really?
out. Yeah. Had a horse.
Know that.
Well,
You
my-
had a horse?
Yeah, I was,
Yeah.
What are you talking
I was an
about?
equestrian guy. I had a horse. I wore like
I thought you
the
grew up in some
cowboy
little
hat.
apartment in Long Island with a shitty family.
I
At what
did.
point did you have a horse in San Juan Capistrano?
That was
the fuck is that? Is
That was
no.
the early part of my life, and then I went out to San Juan Capistrano, lived with my dad out there.
Yeah.
Because when my parents split up, he went out to California.
And you went with your dad?
Well, not right away. I stayed with my mom and then vacationed. It was like finally, all right, we're going to
Your
go
dad,
see Dad.
who said when you cried, he said you had pissy eyes.
Pissy eyes and that I was being a faggot. Yeah,
And-
yeah.
But come out and stay with me in California though, and I'll give you a horse.
Well, it was kind of cool because I went out there to visit, and like he gave me a horse, and it was really
Wow.
cool. And I was like, I had to call my mom. I was like, oh, Mom, I'm going to fucking hang out here.
Anthony and his brother went out on a bus like fucking Ratso Rizzo and John Voight.
No, I was only went back
on
to
the
New
way
York.
back.
We went back to New York. My mom
pissed
sent money
myself.
No, this is
out. My
great.
mom sent money out for plane tickets for me and my brother to come back, and my father cashed in the tickets and bought us bus tickets
and then he kept the difference.
and kept the difference.
But how
Yeah.
old were
Of course
you
you
again?
Of course
like
you did.
15.
15, and
Yeah, 15.
I can't imagine. My parents would have
Cross country bus.
Yeah.
on a Greyhound bus all the way across country. It took like fucking almost 2 weeks. They stopped everywhere. There were
Did your
bums
mother
getting
wonder
on.
why you didn't fly right home?
No, she kind of knew. When we told her, we're on a bus, she was like, "Fucking Joey."
Why didn't she buy an e-ticket?
What? I have no e-ticket.
Was
I
it
don't
really
know.
2 weeks?
It was almost
Sure.
2 weeks.
That was-
Oh,
that's how long
like
that would
10
take.
days
That's
or
like a
something like that.
stagecoach.
Yeah, it was crazy. And we just met like male prostitutes that were going to Chicago and fucking. There was this chick that was going to Cheyenne, and it was just like everybody was getting on and getting off. There was an Uzo bum that was just passed out in the back for a few cities.
That sounds cool
And then
as
he
hell.
gets off.
That
Yeah,
sounds kinda
not when you're
cool.
15.
Were you scared?
Yeah, I was
little
petrified.
scared, right?
I was fucking scaredy cat, pissy-eyed Anthony.
When you
petrified.
when you
And your
called-
brother was younger or older?
He was older, so he was it was kind of good.
How old was he?
He was
17.
18 months older than me.
Fuck.
So
man.
he was 16 and change, maybe.
when you called your mom and said you were staying with Dad, was she bummed or happy?
No, she was bummed. She was
was.
like really bummed. But she could have probably pulled some custody shit at that point, but she didn't want to. She's like, "Oh, let him figure this out for himself."
It's just interesting to me. Your dad was cruel to you, but he wanted you to live with him.
Yeah, and it was
He wanted your company.
and the cruelty was part of who he was.
Yeah.
But then there was also I had the horse. I was able to drink.
Yeah.
That
Got
was
him
nice.
laid. And he got him
me
laid.
laid. That was nice.
Wow.
Like so, there were all those good. He didn't really give a flying fuck if I went to school or not. So that was pretty cool.
Wow.
And then I finally,
No, I mean, I get you wanted to hang out with him, and you
yeah.
grew up with his the brutality part, so you didn't. It wasn't like an adaptation.
No,
but the thing
it
that
was-
fascinates me is that he treated you that way, but it wasn't a rejection of you. He was like, "Yeah, but stay with me, be in my life."
Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was.
He wanted to man you up. He was worried you were going to be a
Right.
homosexual.
He didn't want me
and
to
he
turn
wanted to
into,
fucking keep his eye on it, so his lineage wasn't around fucking
Right, he
being
didn't
a
want
fruit.
me being a queer.
He was worried about
as
it.
he
after
said. He was worried I was going to turn queer on him.
Wow.
And what are you going to do?
Wow.
So it was all
happened.
about making sure
anyway?
I got a lot of guns that were bought for me when I was out there. A lot of guns.
Yeah.
A lot of horseback riding and driving of dune buggies and things like that, and of getting laid and all that stuff. So that I wouldn't fall into that pit of homosexuality.
Right.
That I guess he thought I was imminently, precariously perched
What a
on
funny
the fence.
thing. It's like, have this toxic, fucked up life for this age so that you won't be gay.
Yes, I won't
just
be
as long
gay.
as you're not gay.
Yeah.
Be a drunk, gun-toting, uneducated.
School skipping.
Yeah.
and things just
As
never
long
change.
as you're not gay.
It's like,
Nothing
as
ever
long as I'm not gay. It's like that, yeah. And meanwhile, now I hoard guns.
Yeah, you're
I
your
love
dad.
drinking.
Is he still alive, your dad?
No, he was gone in like '95 around
Yeah.
there. But it was just
Wow.
But I'm a lot more, I think, responsible than he was. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He couldn't
That's
hold
not
a
saying
job
what-
for fucking
the
a
job.
month, and we were always moving. It was
Yeah.
like, oh wow, we were all psyched. Oh, this nice house, and I always wondered why my mom wasn't happy that we just moved. It's like, oh, it's a nice house. Yeah, all right, put your shit in there, man. And it was like, oh, that's because in like 6 months we'll be getting thrown out of this place and moving progressively to worse and worse towns on Long Island.
Wow.
Until we ended up in like
Wow.
CI. Yeah. Then
Wow.
he finally, they finally got divorced. I remember Mom giving me the old speech. She's like, okay, kids, come into the room. Now, it's not your fault.
And it was just the two of you,
Should
you
have
and your
known.
brother.
Me, my brother, and my sister. My
And
younger
how old
sister.
were you when you were the youngest?
No, my
She was
sister was the youngest.
She
I
was
was in
how
the middle.
old when you divorced?
She was probably to 8, something like that.
Yeah.
It was like 10.
That's rough.
Something
I
like
was
that.
I was 10 when my parents divorced.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
the youngest.
I was like 10.
I found out after my mother said my dad wanted to leave, and she said you have to stay till he's 10.
Oh,
so
wow.
they stayed married for 3 miserable years, just waiting for me to turn 10. Like the 3
And it's
worst
like-
years.
But as you're blowing out candles, he's putting luggage in the car.
He blows them out before he leans in and blows them out.
He finishes the song with the horn as he's leaving.
How old are you now? Say it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Did he leave that day, or did he give you a little leeway after
Oh,
your
I
10?
don't know. It
You
wasn't
don't
like I don't remember it being like that. I
That's-
wish it
Oh,
was.
my God. That's funny.
Fuck, that's funny, though. Tragically funny.
That's great.
Yeah.
So great to laugh at something from when you were 10 to now at 44.
I know, right? Finally able
Thank
to
you,
maybe
Jimmy.
Oh, that's all right.
muster
Great
up a
joke.
chuckle.
It's like I say in my new book, The Gift of Laughter.
What a dick.
We got to go, right?
Yes. I
Oh,
have-
shit going on.
Shit. Look at
What's
that.
the plugs, Jimmy?
I only have one plug, and that is June 9th. I'm with Artie Lang, David Tell, and Nick DiPaolo at the Foxwoods fucking place.
Foxwoods
Doing the
fucking
MGM
place.
Grand Casino.
They changed the name. Nice.
What are you doing there? Comedy, you guys?
Yeah, the four of us, little sketch thing, table, the improv,
Yeah.
yell at an occupation. And Louie, I texted Louie the fucking you saved my special, but with the fucking
Yeah, the
being
bright
dark in the
lights.
room.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, was it
Fucking
better, man?
morons.
You're right,
you-
dude.
Oh, man.
You missed the freak
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
though.
I freaked out, but I'm
had
on
the same thing.
the early show. They didn't do what I said.
Yeah.
I'm watching the jib shadow
Yeah.
go over people, and I was out of my fucking
Yep.
mind.
It ruins. People need to be dark and you need to be loud. In order for people to laugh without abandon, they need to be in the dark, especially when it's fucked up humor like we do.
Right.
They don't want to look around at each other. They don't want to
Yeah.
feel like they're a spectacle with cameras on them. They want to feel like they're in the dark and they're anonymous. And you need to be loud enough that they don't feel like they're going to miss something if you're. But every fucking TV, every stupid Comedy Central, stupid fucking cunts, when they do a special, they light the audience. They get pretty girls who
Yeah.
don't laugh to sit in the front row. And then they turn the mic way down just for, it's because it makes it a little easier to mix it.
Right,
it's
right.
Not that, I know that it's not that big a difference. When I went to Todd Berry's special, he did a great hour, and they had a fucking smoke machine to make it look a little cooler, and it's sitting right by the stage, and in the middle of one of his jokes, you'll hear,
Oh, shit.
and it just goes off, and they're so
That's
fucking.
terrible.
But I had the same thing when I did Shameless. The first hour I did, the first show was bright as hell, and the second between shows, I was in the truck screaming at people.
Oh, man.
And they go, if you do dark in the second show, it won't match. And I said, fuck the first show. It's garbage.
Wow, this sounds familiar.
And it
We're
did-
doing
I
the
went
second
bal-
show's the whole thing now.
I
'cause
went
you
ballistic.
fucked up.
That's exactly what happened
Yeah.
to me. And we could edit because the stage, this director told me, well, the stage won't be lit any differently. And it wasn't. And it was fucking, we mixed and matched the shows fine. And any editing we had to do was just fucking, because there was no audience to cut to.
Yeah.
Just cut on the fucking reverse shots.
It's not that hard, yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I haven't had an audience shot in 4 specials. I haven't had one audience
You
shot.
literally, when you watch me walk out, you would think I was in a room with just 5 dark heads.
Yeah.
You can't see anybody.
Well, nobody cares when they're watching. They want to watch your act.
The
Right.
best part in between the two shows when you're freaking out is when you threw your shoe and it bounced in such a weird way and hit one of your guys in the
You hit
face.
the director. The director caught
That
us.
was the director.
Yeah, I wasn't
Threw
mad.
your shoe?
Not in him, not in
If
him.
I had a
I want
gun-
people to know that. He threw it. It
Against
bounced
the
off
wall.
a garbage pail, a wall, hit a light or something, and fucking the guy.
He caught it. I've never. If I had a gun, I would have
lost
shot
his mind.
everybody and myself.
God.
Someday we will be able to delve into the full
We did.
anger that was.
You were gone. Me and Jimmy
right.
did.
Oh, okay.
Me and
okay.
Jimmy did. It was me and Ann were in the other room.
I had
for
never
the first
heard
time,
anything like
kinda
that in my
scared.
life. It
Kinda
was
scared.
frightening.
I
I felt like I was back being a kid again
Well,
with
you
my
work
daddy
your
yelling.
whole life, and a whole year or whatever it takes you to get ready
Yeah.
for a thing like that. And it all comes down to that 1 hour, and then someone just ooches up the dimmer and ruins it.
And I had
Like, ruins
specifically
the whole
said
experience.
I want it dark, and they had fucked up the lighting cue. They left Lenny, the opener.
Right.
I said, if you want to get a couple audience shots, do it while Lenny's on. They said, can we do that? I'm like, okay, fine. But when I'm on, this is how
Turn
it
it
is.
down.
And they gave me the wrong lighting cue. And I should have just said, hey, can we fix this now? I should have just said it from the stage, but I was such a fucking
What about the guy with the
shitbag.
camera in the aisles?
Oh, yeah, I'm watching this.
Oh, my God.
I'm watching some fucking guy, and I said I didn't want this. Literally, there's 2 guys, one guy with a tripod. I'm watching him walk up and down, and another guy set the camera up. And you couldn't tell from watching it, but I'm thinking, I'm shooting an hour. What are you fucking doing? It's a comedy special.
Yeah,
That's what he sounded like in the other room.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
yeah.
It's like letting a cat run across the bed during a porno shoot. It just fucking wrecks everything.
Me and Ann in the other green room, whatever.
Oh, my
and we
God.
look at each other like, well, one of us has to go in there.
I'm
Yeah.
looking
And I
like
went, all right, I'll give
I
it a
said,
shot.
I'm not going in
I
there.
go, I'll give it a shot.
I'm sitting in this fucking green room, and I am not fucking.
It was cinder block walls, and we could hear you.
I was,
That's how loud
I
you
was
were.
letting everybody know that I wasn't yelling at the people around me. It was the fucking Cleveland stupid
Well,
fucking local
This is
crew.
like the Tonight Show when Johnny would be sitting there and
Amy
like,
Schumer, look at that.
someone would
Yes.
just walk in.
Yes, apparently an Amish woman, judging by the shoes.
So,
Would just spill on your shirt.
wait, I don't know what mic you are.
No, hi, Amy.
I don't know what mic you are. We've had too many mics on today.
Is that
me?
Maybe this? Try that.
Which one?
right? Yeah, you're on. Yeah.
Hi, this one?
There you go.
Yeah.
Hi, good morning.
That's
That's
set for Ramble On, but whatever.
Hey, the other morning I was listening to you guys on. Well, I was listening on replay. I listen almost every day. pretty much. And you guys were talking about Michael Jackson when he thought he got the Millennium.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Artist
yeah.
of the Millennium Award.
Yes.
The thing is, I know somebody who was working on the show, on the awards show,
Yeah.
and the story was because you guys thought that he just was so dumb that when he heard Britney Spears say,
We like to think that. anyway.
"Artist of the Millennium," it's much worse than that.
Oh, it is?
no.
Yes, because they were like, "Hey, let's have Michael on the show." He's not getting anything because he's not doing anything.
Yeah.
But it's his birthday, so we'll just honor him. And Britney Spears will introduce him, and he demanded that she say "Artist of the Millennium." He said he won't do it unless she says it. And Britney
shit.
Spears was like, "What?" And he was like, his people said he has to be said right before he comes on, "Artist of the Millennium," or else he won't come on. And they almost said, "Fuck him," but they finally did it. And he wanted some kind of thing to be presented to him, but it was a big negotiation. And they said, "We'll put a cake up there." And so he just grabbed a piece of it. And it's very shrewd, though, because in his mind, I think at the time, his fans were so fucking dumb that they thought, oh, my God, he won the art. Like, he just knows his fans will think he won.
Thinks that he won.
And I think Britney actually did some sort of elegant job of making it sound normal by saying, me, I consider him.
I consider
She was
him.
just told to say he's the artist of the millennium.
And he grabbed a piece of that fucking cake.
Yeah,
thing.
it was a
love this
business-minded, cynical thing he did. It wasn't crazy.
Oh, I thought there was a mix-up. It was very calculated.
Well, now he's dead and it can't be helped.
And he's gone. He's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's gone.
Nothing can be done.
And nothing can be done about that. And there's nothing we can do about it.
Have you ever I've never heard a more final statement about a guy. There's no negotiation.
And the fucking idiot who's been in the mob all his life. What do you mean he's gone? Fucking
He
moron.
went on vacation. He just took off.
He's gone. And there's nothing anyone can do about
And
it.
selfish breaks the payphone for the next guy.
That one guy that was walking by after he's busting up the payphone, I always think, imagine if he was just one of these asshole guys that would like,
hey, man.
Hey, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like how he would have just been dead.
Yes.
Like if he would have fucked with Jimmy at that point,
That's the best.
he would have been dead.
And when
Hey,
he walks in,
don't fuck the phone up, asshole.
Yeah.
when he walks in the room and goes, oh, right before he gets shot.
Oh, no. He
this
just
old
gets it.
gag.
Nick DiPaolo once told me that's what him and his friends used to tell girls at bars, we're having a big party at our house. And girls come and they walk in this empty basement room, and then she goes, and she gets a load of jizz in the back of her head.
That has absolutely happened.
Yes, right?
I have been the victim of that.
No.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
100%.
Last thing you see before you're murdered is fucking stacked lawn chairs. How awful.
Yeah, there was no big festivities going on in that room.
No.
Oh, especially when he's bonding on the way in. Hey, this must
And
bring
he's
back
kind of
memories.
busting the guy's balls.
Oh, yeah.
When was that? When they had horses?
Yeah. He's just thinking, oh, you dumb motherfucker.
Yeah.
Soon
Gotcha.
to be dead piece of shit.
What a fucking gotcha moment that is.
Oh, man.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah. He couldn't even get out. Oh, no. He tried to say, oh, no, and he just realized
Right,
it.
their egg on
that
his
was-
face and
that was
blood and
that. Oh,
brains.
boy.
Egg on his face.
We also got to thank Train for stopping by. They sounded great. Listen
Yes.
to the replay
They did a
there.
great job,
They did
yeah.
3 songs, 2 from their new album, California 37. They fucking destroyed Ramble On. Holy
I'm going to
fuck.
play that on my fucking Boneyard show tonight.
Are you?
Yeah, that was because the Train is not a Boneyard band, but I love that what they did with that.
Zeppelin.
I just want-
Great.
yeah.
I want to thank Louie C.K. for stopping by.
Thanks,
Amy
Boris.
Schumer. And that's it, I guess, right?
All right.
Yeah.
That's, Slash.
Stop looking at my
Oh,
shoes, Jim.
Slash.
Wow, what's wrong with him?
Slash being, his people being a little complicated. We want to thank
Yeah.
Slash was great.
He was
Why
great,
do you
though.
have a stain on your boob?
Guys, it's
You're-
raining.
you're
I got
a
a
girl.
one big
Girls don't get
raindrop
stains.
right.
What's it
I'm
raining?
lactating.
Fucking canola
okay?
oil?
I'm lactating.